Okay, welcome back. Now I am going to discuss another important feature of projectile motion, that is the range of a projectile over an inclined plane. You may know that an inclined plane means a plane which is inclined at some angle, at a definite angle with the horizontal, known as the inclined plane. Now I am going to discuss what will be its range of the projectile or time of flight, etc., these type of things, when it is projected with some certain velocity, making a certain angle with the inclined plane. Okay. Now let us do that. Plane, it is an inclined plane of inclination theta. Okay. It is an inclined plane of inclination. You may take it as also phi. It does not matter. Now a body is projected. With some initial velocity u. Say making an angle phi with the horizon. And over the inclined plane, the body hits the inclined plane, you all see that it is at the point P. It is the horizontal direction. If the body hits the inclined plane at point P, as it is evident from the figure. Now, this angle is phi. Obviously, at this angle it is phi minus 2. Now, you can be resolved into two rectangular components. Along this, it will be u cos of phi minus theta, and along that direction, u sin of phi minus theta. Now, I want to restrict the motion or consider the motion not in the conventional plane, not in this plane, but I want to consider the motion in that plane. That is, your conventional xy plane has somehow been rotated by some angle theta. Okay, that is, I want to consider the motion of the projectile in that plane. So it is our x-axis and it is our y. I want to consider the motion in x dash o y dash plane. I want to consider the motion of the projectile in x dash o y dash plane. It will facilitate the problem. It will ease the problem. So now acceleration due to gravity is directed along this direction. You all know the angle between any two lines. It is also valid for any two planes also. It is also equal to the angle between their normals. Okay. Now, G can also be resolved into two rectangular components. You all see that this line and this line, I am saying it as line, but they are not lines. Okay, and this is a plane, and they are acting at an angle theta. The angle between them is theta. The normal to this direction is this, and normal to that direction is that. So this angle must be also theta. Now G can be resolved into two components. Along that direction it is G cos theta, and along this direction it will be G sin theta. Okay. So when I am restricting the motion of the projected body in the x dash o y dash plane, you all see that the acceleration or retardation due to gravity is not g, but it is g cos theta. Okay, in that direction. In that direction it is g cos theta. Because now your horizontal direction is not x-axis, but it is x dash axis. It is x dash axis. Okay, it is because our x-axis conventionally it is x dash axis. Okay. Now let after t second the projectile hits the inclined plane at p. Let after t second the projectile hits the inclined plane at p. Now clearly OP is the range of the projectile over the inclined plane. Now along this direction the velocity component, this angle it is completely it is phi, it was theta. So along this direction the velocity component is u cos phi. And it is needless to mention that u cos phi must be constant, because u cos phi it is perpendicular to gravity. It is perpendicular to gravity, so u cos phi must also remain constant. Now OP it is equals to R. R means range of the projectile over the inclined plane. That is the range of the projectile over the inclined plane. The range of the projectile over the inclined plane. Okay. Now clearly it is u cos phi this side, because u cos phi is not going to be changed. It is perpendicular to gravity. So of the triangle OP, say this point is M, OPM, you have u cos phi into t by r cos theta. From simple trigonometry, that is r equals to u cos phi into t by cos theta. Okay. Now I have to find out that value of time, after which it strikes the inclined plane. Now you all again see that at the point P, the vertical displacement, at point P, the vertical displacement of the projected body with respect to the x dash axis, it is 0. Is it? Because you see that as we approach along this curve, vertical displacement is going to be increased. It increases up to some values of x dash. Then the vertical displacement is going to be decreased. And at this point, at the point P, where the projected body strikes the inclined plane, the vertical displacement of the body with respect to the inclined plane, it is 0. So after t second, the vertical displacement of the projected body with respect to the inclined plane, it is 0. So I have, using the simple kinematical equations related to vertical motion under gravity, I have 0, it is equals to u sine of phi minus theta t ut minus half gt square. Now here g will be not g, it will be g cos theta. I have used the relation h equals to simply ut minus half gt square. I have used the relation. It was our basic relation. I have made use of this relation. So t is not equal to 0. So I am getting from the solution of the t, therefore t equals to, it will give you 2u sine of phi minus theta by g cos theta. Because t is not equal to 0. So substituting that value of t over here, I am getting the range of the projected body over the inclined plane. So I am using that step. So the range of the projectile over the inclined plane, that is r equal to u cos phi by cos theta into 2u sine of phi minus theta by g cos theta. Okay, now it gives you square sine of phi minus theta into cos phi by g cos square theta. Very much important formula, which gives you the range of the projectile over an inclined plane. The plane is inclined at an angle theta with respect to the horizontal, and the body was projected with some initial velocity u, making an angle phi with the horizontal. Now let us find out the condition under which the range of the projected body over the inclined plane will be maximum. Therefore, r equals to, you can write in the u square by g cos square theta 2 sine a cos b, that is of sine of a plus b plus sine of a minus b, you can write, that is sine of a plus b plus sine of a minus b. given you, it is giving you sine of 2 phi minus theta minus sin theta. Because if I cancel sine of minus theta equals minus sin theta. So this is the range. Now I have to find out the condition. You all know for a particular inclined plane, theta is constant. So what you can change? You can change the angle phi. I am restricting the condition that you are supposed to throw the particular projectile with some particular initial velocity, that is u is constant. The given inclined plane is also same, that is angle of inclination of the inclined plane is also constant. That is, for your problem, u and theta are constant, you cannot change them. So in order to maximize the value of the range, you need to change the angle phi. Now you have to find out for which value of phi the range is maximum. It is very easy from the figure you all see. Now let us erase those steps. You all see that range becomes maximum when this term becomes maximum, that is sine of 2 phi minus theta is maximum. Now maximum value of some sine theta, it is 1. So r equals to maximum when? When 2 phi minus theta, that is 90, or phi equals to theta plus pi by 2. That is, if the angle of projection phi obeys this value, or phi equal to pi by 4 plus theta by 2, then the range of the projected body over the inclined plane will be maximum. So what is our max? U square by G cos square theta is 1. Okay, thank you. Up to this today. We shall return back to some more numerical examples of projectile motion. Thank you for listening or watching.